About 80 years before Mr. Shah Rukh Khan announced that he would rule over Bombay, another young man made a similarly audacious statement. In 1910, a ship named Kenrona was making its way to Montreal. On board, amongst the hundreds of passengers, is the Fred Carnot troupe of actors, heading to the US for a 3-year traveling gig. One of them is a young Londoner who's leaning on the guardrails of the boat with his young understudy by his side, both silently observing the choppy water below as the boat purposefully powers forth. Without any warning, the Londoner steps up on the guardrail and, dangling almost dangerously by the side, a full measure above all those on deck, announces with theatrical aplomb, "America, I'm coming to conquer you. Every man, woman, and child shall have my name on their lips. Charles Spencer Chaplin." Now, as the world well knows, that did happen, though not right away. It would take another 3 years till he'd land an acting gig with Keystone Studios for $150 a week. Within a week, though, he declared that cinema was a fad and that he was going to get out of this business. But he had just signed a contract with the studio that he'd have to respect. So he stuck around. About a month in, during lunch hour, Charles walked into the wardrobe section. Just for a lark, generally goofing about, he slipped into his colleague Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle's trousers that were about 6 sizes too large for him. Then he picked out a jacket of another colleague that was about 2 sizes too small, even for his petite frame. As he moved about somewhat uncomfortably, he noticed Fatty's father-in-law's derby hat on a chair. He popped it on at a slight slant. He caught himself in the mirror. Something was missing. And then he found it. A minor paste-on moustache that he felt gave him that heft of age. As he was exiting the room, he found a prop that an extra had left unattended. A cane that was leaning on the door frame. As soon as Charles picked her up, he felt different. He wasn't Charles anymore. He was Chaplin. His mood, his movement, his mannerisms all transformed magically. As he went about his wild theatrics, observing him was Max Sennett, the head of Keystone Studios, who could barely contain his laughter with each of Chaplin's moves. "This is great. Do exactly what you're doing now when we start shooting. But remember to wear exactly what you're wearing as you're wearing it right now. By the way, what should we call this character you've created?" Chaplin thought about it for a minute. "The Tramp. Let's call him the Tramp."